come on. You look beautiful.
Come on.
Stand up.
I got my rock star gear on today.
Well, because you're a rock star. You're a Polish rock star.
You can't really see.
Yeah. Yeah, stand up. Sit back down.
That looks good.
There you go.
All right.
All right. Well, all right. Well, let's answer the phones.
Yeah, let's do that.
Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
This is Wavy Davy.
Wavy Davy.
Good morning.
Because Steve is there, I can be the first caller.
I know.
That's right.
Which Lynn, you hit my, by playing David Bowie. I'm going to go with you today. I didn't like. The ending got clipped on that, though. I'm sure you know, right?
Yeah, because it has a false ending, so it ended before it ended.
Clipped. And that was like one of the big features of that song.
I know.
When bands would play it, it
That's
comes
Gary's
back
fault.
again. Steve, you sound a little somber. I was going to say sober. You sound a little somber when you introduced yours, and you got all serious, and you were, you sounded like a radio.
Are you talking about Steve?
Steve.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You were somber.
Well, because I wanted to do a good job because my wife is listening.
He was trying to pretend to be professional.
Yeah, I was trying to pretend to be professional because I'm really not.
Thank you, Beth. Listen more often, will you?
Yours is a good song, too. I mean, a singer-songwriter, excellent song. And, but my gut just told me, Bowie, when I was in the band, we played that song, Bowie was a big, back in the 70s, he was huge to me,
Oh, me too, for sure.
And Gary, yesterday, I listened to the show, but on playback, with Tom Jones, the question you had, you must have saw the same thing I saw. It was on YouTube, and it was a professor of rock, and he was talking about Tom Jones. Those two specific songs, you had to see the same thing I saw, right?
I believe it was probably.
Yeah, the professor of rock.
I do watch the professor of rock. He
talks about Tom Jones and how, it had to be him, to do Pussycat, and make it a hit song. I mean, no one else. I don't know. He had a good voice, and one of my favorite songs from him was always, I'll fall in love. I'm never gonna fall in love. That one. And he sings out with such, he's almost crying at the end, such emotion, I think he's underrated as a singer, as a serious contender for being a real good singer.
Well, he came along at a tough time. He was overshadowed by Elvis. And
that's right,
and,
he
if
was.
it wasn't for that, who knows where he might have gone. But
yeah.
But he did fine, and he's still kicking, So
Yeah, he is. At what, 80-something?
If you can't beat him, live longer.
I mean, still, yep. Well, that's my vote. Okay. Anyways, one for Linda.
Thank you.
Lynn, your name's not Linda, right?
No, it's not.
It's lovely Lynn.
Thank you.
I always think of lovely Rita Meter Maid. Lovely Lynn. All right. Have a great day. I'll be still listening.
Dave.
All right, thanks, Dave.
We got to go to a break.
We're going to go to a break. We'll be right back.
The best variety of music. ON 1240.
The Valley Breeze has been a local news leader since its founding in 1996, and more people are reading our stories today than ever before. We believe our mission of making our community stronger by telling their stories is not just a tagline, but a way of life for our staff as they connect with you, our loyal readers and advertisers. Our team thanks you for always reading, always reaching out, and always helping toward our shared vision. Check out any of our 5 editions or visit valleybreeze.com for more.
Hi, this is Steve Peluso, owner of Peluso Precision Automotive in Mendon. Since 2017, Peluso Precision Automotive has been your destination for auto care, transmissions, and general classic car repair. I've had a passion for classic cars since I was born, and I started hanging around a gas station when I was 7 years old. Plus, I have more than 40 years of experience repairing the classics. So if you have a 53 Bel Air or a 67 Mustang or a 71 Dodge and it needs servicing, bring it to Peluso Precision Automotive, 93 Blackstone Street in Mendon. Peluso Precision Automotive is your vintage car specialist, so give us a call at 508-478-8900. And remember the number, it's 508-478-8900.
Whoops, there goes another Imperial car.
Imperial Car's $75 million clearance event is going on now. Over $10 million of discounts. 2,000 vehicles discounted up to $15,000. Hurry in. When they're gone, they're gone.
ImperialCars.com. Whoops, there goes another Imperial car.
Here we go.
We are on.
Video?
Do you want to register a certain vote?
What do you mean?
Lance voted for me.
Yeah, Lance voted for David Bowie, which is a great song.
Thank you, Lance.
How about the video?
Oh, let's do
And,
that.
before we forget, I would love to do a shout out to Sheila.
Yes, Sheila.
I hope you are listening, and because we are thinking of you and wishing you a very quick recovery.
Yes.
And
You're our queen.
we
Sheila.
miss you.
All right. Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Good morning, everyone. It's Louise.
Hey, Louise.
Louise.
And I had forgotten that Sheila had that medical procedure, so I'll add my shout-out to her as well.
Great.
We're thinking of you, Sheila, and get well soon. We'd like to hear you back on the radio. I love both of these artists, but ironically, the songs you chose are not among my favorites from these artists.
We can't please everyone.
And that's fine. And maybe the song you would have wanted to play, Dave didn't have. Maybe I would have liked that one better. I don't know.
Well, it was Ziggy Stardust.
Oh, yeah, and I couldn't even hum that for you.
It has a very cool backstory, which is why I chose it, because so much went into compiling this character for him. So that's why I picked it, because it was something a little different.
Sure. But I'll give the edge to Carole King because I do love her piano playing in that song. So I'll vote for Carole King.
Yeah, it's a good song. No.
And one thing that we've often talked about on this show is favorite actors and actresses, and especially favorite character actors and actresses. And I read this morning that Dame Joan Plowright passed away. Dame Joan Plowright. She was 95 years old. And she was always one of my favorites. And you probably don't recognize her name, but if you saw her, you'd say, oh, yeah, her. For example, she was in Bringing Down the House with Queen Latifah. She was in Dance With Me with Vanessa Williams. Tea with Mussolini with Cher, Maggie Smith, Judi Dench. And I Love You to Death with Kevin Kline and Tracy Ullman.
I know the name, but I can't place the face.
I can't place her either.
Well, and she had a wonderful British accent, and in reading about her life on Wikipedia this morning, I found out she's one of only 4 women to receive 2 Golden Globes in the same year, and that's because of a performance both in film and then, as you know, the Golden Globes also give out awards for television performances. And the only other women to do that were Sigourney Weaver, Kate Winslet, and, I'm forgetting the 4th one. So sorry about that. But, yeah, she was a favorite. And check out any of those films that I mentioned, because she's a pistol in Bringing Down the House. So I just wanted to pay tribute to her. And with that, I bid you a good weekend.
Okay.
Thanks, you too, Louise.
Thanks, Louise.
Bye-bye.
All right. Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Hey, a good Friday morning to
Hey,
you
good
all.
morning, Moose.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I like both songs. I like Suffragette City. I was checking it out because I'm almost sure that this song it didn't chart in the United States. It didn't chart in the Billboard. It was a B-side, I think.
Yes, it was.
It was a B-side or something, but it didn't crack the top 40. I don't even know if it was released as a single or as an A-side. But the album itself got great acclaim.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's Rolling Stone had the 500 greatest albums of all time. This was in the top 40. Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and The Spiders from Mars. And, I like Bowie, and I go with Louise a little bit. I thought you might have chose something else by Bowie. Like, you know, there's a few other songs, like Space Oddity, Fame, Golden Years, stuff like that. But he still does a good job. But I'm going with nice going, Steve.
You can thank my wife Beth for that.
I love Carol. I love that song by Carole King.
It's a great song.
It is.
Louise has a great piano playing in it, and it's a dynamite song, I think, by her. So that is that's my vote.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Two songs. I got a couple questions for you. I don't know if you guys stuck around after the program yesterday, but I played something. I asked Denise to play it right after your program. I don't know if you were still in the studio. It was a song by
Sandy Shaw.
Sandy Shore, yeah. Sandy Shore. Girl Don't Come. Yeah, she was very, very popular in England. Another one of those women who was very popular in England and didn't do much here. But anyway, I want to bring that across. I got a couple of questions for you guys, okay? I got a commercial over here about 50 years ago. Reads as follows. These cards are marked. Yeah, they are a mess. What commercial is that? And follow up with the rest of that commercial. These cards are marked. Yeah, they are a mess. This commercial was 1972. These cards are marked. Yeah, they are a mess. Finish it off and tell me what product that the commercial was about.
Okay.
Hey, Steve, I got something for you about a Ferrari. Did you ever hear of a rear 2003 Ferrari 575 Maranello?
No.
Wow.
I'm not up on Italian cars.
My goodness, this car sold, 2003, it was just sold at an auction about 10 years ago. It sold for about $190,000. Who do you think bought it?
The guy that owned Domino's Pizza.
Right. How'd you get that?
How did you know that?
That's unbelievable.
Because Tom Monahan was known to buy cars like that. I watched him. He sold some car, and then, like a few years later, he bought it back for 3 times what he sold it for.
Actually, that's not the answer. I'm being facetious. No, it's not him.
No, but Tom Monahan did stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh no, I certainly believe you. It was purchased by Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton did in 2011. I got another one for you here. I bought this song in the 50s that tells the story of a hot rod race and a broken romance. Sold a million copies, went gold, and went top 5. Mid-50s. Tells the story of a hot rod race and a broken romance.
It almost sounds like Hot Rod Lincoln.
That's what I was going to say.
But that didn't have anything.
Go ahead. You're knocking it around. You're getting close. It's related to something like that. And one more, guys. How'd you like to get ripped off of $180,000 in cash at the hotel that you're staying at? Well, it happened to this band in New York while they were on tour. In their hotel room, in New York City Hotel, reported as one of the greatest New York thefts in history. 1973 is the year.
Eddie knows. I don't know.
Why would they have so much cash?
Well, they had it in the safe deposit box, Lynn.
I heard this before.
And the safe deposit box was stolen.
Oh.
180,000 back then. What do you think that is now?
Yeah, that's like $2 million now.
I would take it that now, even, you know.
73. They were touring at the time in the United States. Well, that's what I got. I'll leave that out there for now, guys. And
okay.
I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Right, very good. Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Good morning, guys. Dave from North
Hey,
Providence. How are you
Dave.
today?
Hi, Dave.
I love Suffragette City, so I'm going to go with that today.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
It's a
I
great
got
song.
Luke's answer about these cards are marked. They're a mess. The next line would be a chocolate mess. It was a commercial for M&M's.
It was vaguely familiar, but I couldn't put my hands on that.
Yeah, these cards are marked. It's like a Western
They'd be a greasy
type playing
mess.
poker. Yeah.
Gary's trying to be funny. That sense of humor's starting to poke out.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah. This is Eddie.
And I got one more for you guys. Actually, I got two trivia questions. One's a commonality, one's a trivia question. What cartoon character teamed up with a musical group to sell soft drink mix?
No idea.
And the other question is a commonality. Andy Griffith, Adam Ant, and Jughead.
Oh, jeez. That's interesting.
When you think of when you say Jughead, all I can think of is that hat that he wore that looked like a crown.
Yeah.
Oh, that was like classic.
Yeah.
Classic
I'll leave it out
what?
there, guys. Have yourselves a great day, and we'll talk to you later.
Thanks,
maybe.
Dave.
You too, Dave.
Bye, guys.
Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Good morning. This is Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Hello, Bob.
I'm going to vote for Carole King.
Goodbye, Bob.
Don't pay any attention to her.
Like Louise, I think her name was. I like Bowie, but that, in my opinion, that wasn't his best.
I wasn't going for the best. I was going for something different.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, in her defense, she was going for a different song, but it wasn't here, so she went with Plan B, which I still like it.
Me too.
Yeah, and what was I going to say? That these cards are marked commercial. I can remember that clearly, but I could not remember what it was promoting. And what was it? Chocolate?
Yeah, it was an M&M's commercial, according to Dave.
Oh, okay.
If you were eating M&M's at the poker table, the cards would not have been marked.
That's right.
Because they melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
And this is for Gary. I know he's a fan of Andy Griffith. You know, last night I was watching it, and for the first time I can ever recall, Andy was smoking a cigarette.
I saw him one time pull a cigarette out of his pocket, just a single one, and light it and smoke it. He was on the porch.
The real early ones he was smoking.
Really?
That was last night.
Yeah.
And apparently, Andy Griffith smoked a lot. I heard that on a documentary about him.
Oh. And the band that got ripped off was Led Zeppelin.
Oh, wow.
You remember that?
One of my favorites.
Absolutely. Yeah, their manager, Peter Grant, I don't know if you recall him, he was a former wrestler over in England. He was not happy.
I wonder if the hotel made good.
I'm sure, because his percentage went out the window, too.
Yeah, no, I don't know how they ever resolved it, or if it ever got solved, the theft. That I'm not sure about, but I remember seeing the press conference when they announced it.
Well, you shouldn't have a lockbox that can be picked up and
Well, that's the hotel.
moved out with you.
That's on the hotel. What you would think.
It wasn't bolted down. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Things have
All right,
changed
guys,
in 50 years. Thanks, Bob. Have a nice weekend.
Same to you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
We got to go to a break.
We do. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street in Woonsocket. This is ON AM and FM.
WOON Woonsocket.
Are you getting the best insurance coverage possible? Why not find out by calling the Eston & Richard Insurance Agency. They're affiliated with many of the best insurance companies in America, financially sound and competitive, so they'll get the best rates and coverage for your needs. They insure homes, automobiles, condos, apartment houses, and businesses, including restaurants and service stations. Call Aston and Richard at 766-4200 or stop in at 342 Park Avenue, Woonsocket. Aston and Richard.
Every once in a while, you meet a businessman that you just can't wait to do business with. Steve Peluso of Peluso Precision Automotive at 93 Blackstone Street in Mendon, Mass. is such a man. He specializes in mechanical repairs of vintage and classic cars. And if you don't have one, you'll want to have one just to share the experience with Steve. Maybe you had one in the past, never had a resource like Peluso Precision Automotive to keep it running and chase down parts for you, but now you do. Stop in and see Steve, and Steve will steer you in the right direction. Call Peluso Precision Automotive at 508-478-8900. That's 508-478-8900.
This ON AM and FM weather forecast sponsored by Valley Transportation, now offering transportation using school buses for school field trips, senior bingo trips, weddings, or any other adult trips. Leave the driving to the professionals and the courteous drivers of Valley Transportation, 664 Front Street, Woonsocket. Telephone number 762-5055. Sunny skies today with a high of 36 degrees and a breeze from the northwest. Tonight, increasingly cloudy, overnight low of 23. Saturday's weather, a 60% chance of rain likely, mainly after 4 p.m., patchy fog, otherwise cloudy skies all day with a high of 45. Chance of precipitation 60%, as we say, and only a trace amount. Winds could gust up to 25 miles per hour on Saturday. Saturday night, a 40% chance of the rain continuing into the nighttime, but gradually becoming partly cloudy and rain ending. Overnight low Saturday night, 31. Sunday's weather, a 50% chance of rain in the afternoon, then a chance of snow after the sun goes down around 4:30. Partly sunny skies with a high near 40. Martin Luther King Day Monday, partial sunshine with a high of 24 and a west wind to 25 miles per hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high near 17, west wind to 25. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high near 16, northwest wind. And on Thursday, mostly sunny skies, high of 25 degrees.
All right, very good. We're back and
Video?
Good morning. Who am I
That
speaking?
button, yeah, there you go.
Hello.
Hello.
It's me.
Yay! Woo! We're so glad to hear from you.
How you feeling?
Hold on a minute. I having trouble with my phone.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to let you go and get my daughter's phone because I'm having a problem here.
That's that
okay?
pacemaker screwing everything up.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, Sheila. Press the button.
So, we had another caller, but
Yeah, you scared them away.
oh, they disappeared.
Yeah, they knew.
Nope, they're
No,
back.
here we go.
Good morning. To who am I speaking?
Good morning, it's Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby.
I'm kind of inclined to agree with everyone else that's called in about the songs. David Bowie's Heroes was a better song,
I love that song. I do.
and Carole King's Jazzman was a better song.
To you.
Yeah, to me.
Okay. But you weren't the one picking, so.
If you'll let me
Actually,
finish
I don't
going-
think we had Heroes either because I had him pull up what we had.
Yeah.
Because that is probably my
Heroes is there.
Oh, it is? Oh, I missed it.
We have eight. We have 8 David Bowie songs. My favorite is China Girl,
That's a great song.
Which I played before.
which I played before.
Going forward, I'm going to go with Carole King.
Okay.
And I have a music question since we're kind of on music.
Okay.
What was the very last song that Sid Barrett asked the band to do before they kicked him out?
Who?
Sid Barrett, part of Pink Floyd.
The last song they asked him to do before.
He did.
Okay.
He presented to the band saying, I want to do this song, and it really showed his descent into madness because he was truly a madman.
Okay.
But you kind of have to be a Pink Floyd fan to know that. And it's just some weird thing that popped up on my feed, and I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. Never heard the song, but...
Oh.
Okay.
Just an obscure question. No automotive trivia today, Bobby?
No, I haven't seen any. I'll have to casually mention to my phone and see if it's really listening. And
I know. We were just talking about that.
Yeah, I was talking to Tim about something, and the next day, whatever I was talking about showed up on my phone. It listens.
I haven't really seen that too much with my phone.
No?
Yeah, we'll give it a shot and see what happens.
It's funny. I've been looking stuff up on my phone, and then I, shut my phone off and go to YouTube, and stuff is showing up on YouTube that.
Oh yeah,
related.
that happens to me all the time. I look for stuff, and all of a sudden, there's like
Big Brother is alive and well.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'll leave that question out there.
Thanks, Bobby.
Thank you.
All righty, bye-bye.
Bye. Press the button. Yeah, that one. There you go.
You happy now?
Yeah, okay. So give us a call at 401-766-1240 and join in the fun here.
So, Steve, they were talking the other day about people who influenced your life.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone you want to pay tribute to?
Well, it'd have to be the guy that worked at the gas station in 1973.
When you were 8 years old?
No, I was 15.
Oh.
I had been hanging around the gas station at that point for several years, and it had changed owners twice. And at that point, my best man's brother owned it. And this guy was 30 years old. I was 15. And he trusted me. And he took me places. He took me to junkyards. And he was into vintage cars. And because of that, he got me into, like, the music, because we were listening to 50s music on the radio when I was with him. And that kind of started the ball rolling.
That's cool.
I was 15 years old.
That's all right. You can stop.
Bays.
You can stop now. We have a call. Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
This is Davey again. I just wanted to chime in with these other callers that if Lynn had picked like Ziggy Stardust, like she mentioned that song, she would have had me in spades, because, like I said, I like Bowie a lot. But and then, or the other hit songs that he had as hits, of course, like China Girl, which she played before.
That's
She
right.
made it clear, yeah. China Girl is a real good one. He had so many.
Oh my God!
But,
he's an icon.
Oh yeah, I had a question to ask about Dave's commonality. What were they again? Adamant. I remember Jughead. What was the middle one?
Andy Griffith,
Andy
Adamant,
Griffith.
and Jughead.
Adamant and Jughead. That is strange.
Yeah.
That is crazy. And then what else did I have to say? Well, I probably forgot.
I don't know anything about Adamant. So.
I wanted to ask say about the song.
The song Goody Two Shoes.
Oh, that Moose thing, that commercial. I remembered that too. I remembered it like another caller, I think Bob, but I just couldn't put it with the product, But I thought it was a cereal for some reason. But I remember that commercial, these cards are marked, they are mess, It was a good commercial for M&Ms, because they don't melt and leave marks.
Yeah, as soon as Dave mentioned it, then it brought the memory right back.
Yeah, like you remembered it, Steve, right? Too. I remember that. I was pretty young when that. I think I was young.
You were
I don't
probably
know.
15.
Maybe I was in my teens.
Yeah, you were probably 15. Didn't he say it was 72?
That's young, though, right?
Yeah, I was 15. You were 16.
Right.
Yeah, I don't remember the commercial at all.
No, I do. It stuck, but I couldn't put it with the product. But
Yeah.
That was a good one for Moose to put out there.
Yep.
To remember, reach back.
Well, do you remember?
Now I do. Okay, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
And
Good. What?
Our friend Tom McLaughlin, originally from Dorchester up in Maine, is voting for Carole King, although he does like David Bowie. Well, thank you for voting, Tom.
Okay.
I'm getting slammed.
I'd be interesting if there were any women out there that did not vote for Carole King, because that was such that was such a chick album.
Yeah, it was.
Tapestry. And we have no secrets from Carly Simon.
It was a great
those
album.
two albums, every girl had in 1970.
Most definitely.
Whenever they came out.
Someone's on the phone.
Yeah.
Don't gang up on him.
Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
I'm finally back.
Yay!
Oh, I had a problem with the volume on my phone. It wasn't working properly. So anyway, so I am back and I'm feeling great. You know, it was like I went in at 2 and I came home at 8 o'clock. So that was good. I was glad I didn't have to stay overnight. Wow. And so far, you know, pretty good. I'm pretty strong, and I do whatever they tell me to. So
good.
Anyway. But, so I just hadn't been on the phone the past few days, but just kind of relaxing. So I figured I'd give you a call today.
Well, we appreciate that.
We were worried.
Thank you for all your thoughts and everything. Also, it's funny, I happen to know about the robbery because it was at the Drake Hotel, and Bobby Drake was my first boyfriend in grammar school. so when So I had read that back when it happened and so forth, and I'm like, oh my God, that'll always stick with me. Between that and also, this was funny. My husband had taken me out for my 21st birthday. We went to the Lord Fox, up in
on Route 1 in Foxborough.
And I couldn't believe it. Who was our waiter but Bob Drake? And he came over and he said to he was my fiance at the time. And he said, "What are you doing with my girlfriend?" But anyway, that's in the past. Now listen, I have something to put out there because the other day, I don't know if it was Tim was mentioning about Woonsocket Airport, because I was listening a few times, and back in, I don't know, whenever it was, the 80s, whatever, Joe Ferrier, I don't know, did you know that Joe Ferrier ran Joe's Moldy Oldies in Woonsocket?
I bought plenty of records.
Yeah, Eddie, you would know, right, yeah. Okay. So I had been to the store, 2 or 3 times and so forth, because I had always been a listener of his. And you know how he always talked about, I can't remember just what he would say something like, look to the skies. It was regarding, like UFOs, I believe, or something, going on. Yeah. And he always talked about things like that. And when I ever heard them say Woonsocket Airport, I thought, I can go back and remember, hearing Joe talk about that and so forth. And I wondered if anybody remembered just what it was he used to say at the end when he'd talk about it. And he'd say like a kind of phrase, like look to the skies or something like that. So anyway, I thought I'd put that out there if anybody remembers, and he was a very, very nice man. And I enjoyed the conversation with him at the Joe's Moldy Oldies.
Yeah, I went there many times.
What is it?
I went there many times. Joe's
Moldy Oldies. I'm sure, Eddie. Yeah, with all your music and everything too. So, well, anyway, that's it, guys, and I'm doing well.
What about voting?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Well, it's Carole King.
That's what I thought.
Oh,
go ahead. Go.
Yeah.
She was gonna boo you. She was gonna boo you.
Don't make me boo you, Sheila.
Don't boo Sheila.
I will not boo Sheila.
Okay. All right. You can boo me, Lynn. I'll let you. So okay. Well, listen. I won't keep you. So I'll talk to you guys next week.
Okay,
and
Sheila.
have a great weekend.
Bye,
you have
Sheila.
a great weekend too.
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab this call and we gotta go to a break. Good morning. To am I speaking?
Good morning, crew. How's everybody?
Good morning.
I'd like to vote for that David Bowie song. That's one of my favorites. I'm sure Suffragette City is one of my favorites. Changes would have been better, but the Beatles. Let's talk about the Beatles for a minute.
All right.
And we have another vote. Go ahead.
David Bowie.
It's 2 for Bowie.
Woo!
I'm not gonna boo.
I said woo.
I know, but I'm not gonna boo.
No, we don't.
No, Steve, you don't have to boo. That was a good song you picked, but yeah, Bowie's just an iconic guy. And,
yes, he is.
Carole King was a friend, but don't know that much more anymore. So we're gonna go with Bowie. Okay. And you guys have to go to a break. So have a nice break, a nice weekend, and we'll talk to everybody later. Ding, ding, ding.
Next week, Arizona.
Bye. Bye, Tim and Sandy.
Bye.
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 All right.
We gotta go to a break. Yeah, that's the button.
That's the
OM 1240.
What does it mean that our customers are our owners? It means that we don't have shareholders like a bank. We have owners like you. And though we don't have traditional shareholders, we do share. We share values, expectations, and yes, profits in the form of better rates, lower fees, and dividends. Our customers are our owners. Our owners are our customers. Come join us. Navigate Credit Union.
Join the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center for its annual winter fundraiser at Cello's in Woonsocket on Sunday, January 19th from 11:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. Cello's will donate up to 20% of your check to the center. Everyone who participates will be entered into a free drawing for gift cards to Cello's and more. A certificate is needed and can be obtained at Belo's Flowers, Creative Impressions, The Honey Shop, Little General on Cumberland Street, Missy's Family Restaurant, Pine Swamp Place, Timeless Antiques, Vos True Value Hardware, or online at the St. Anne Arts and Cultural Center website.
This ON AM and FM forecast brought to you by Wright's Dairy Farm and Bakery. For cakes, bakery items, and farm fresh milk, go to Wright's Dairy Farm. Always natural, fresh, and local. Visit online at wrightsdairyfarm.com. Sunny skies today with a high of 36 degrees and a breeze from the northwest. Tonight, increasingly cloudy, overnight low of 23. Saturday's weather, a 60% chance of rain likely, mainly after 4 p.m., patchy fog. Otherwise, cloudy skies all day with a high of 45. Chance of precipitation 60%, as we say, and only a trace amount. Winds could gust up to 25 miles per hour on Saturday. Saturday night, a 40% chance of the rain continuing into the nighttime, but gradually becoming partly cloudy and rain ending. Overnight low Saturday night, 31. Sunday's weather, a 50% chance of rain in the afternoon, then a chance of snow after the sun goes down around 4:30. Partly sunny skies with a high near 40. Martin Luther King Day Monday, partial sunshine with a high of 24 and a west wind to 25 miles per hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high near 17, west wind to 25. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high near 16, northwest wind. And on Thursday, mostly sunny skies, high of 25 degrees.
All right, we're back and
Getting right to the calls and the video.
Good morning. To who am I speaking?
Good morning, it's Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
Good morning, Bobby.
Sheila brought up a memory there. She mentioned the Lord Fox.
Yep.
That was owned by a lawyer from Foxborough.
Oh.
Danny Lynch. But he also owned the apartment house that I lived in.
Oh, wow.
I remember seeing it in the 60s and 70s.
Well, it met an unfortunate fate.
Oh.
It had a fire.
Really?
Apparently, business was kind of failing, and it had a fire. Well, what was interesting about the fire was the automatic alarm system to the fire department had been shut off, and all the liquor from the bar was missing.
Oh, of course.
Oh, hilarious.
Now, is that where Chicky Flynn's is now?
No. If you're familiar with the Red Fox Motel, which you can probably still rent by the hour.
Yeah.
It was off behind it.
It's near the stadium.
Down below.
Yeah.
It's before the stadium.
Yeah. I remember there was the Red Fox and there was the Lord Fox.
Yeah, well, the Lord Fox was the restaurant.
Yeah.
And it was off behind the Red Fox Motel.
Okay.
If you walk into the...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I remember it as we were driving to Bellingham as I was a kid.
Yeah. Well, if you walk into the woods off behind the motel, you could probably still find what's left of the foundation.
Okay.
Speaking of fires, do you get this joke? Billy Joel was arrested for starting the California fires.
Yeah, because he didn't start the fire.
Gary didn't get it.
Of course not. Gary has no sense of humor.
So, all right, just wanted to chime in on that.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Good morning, guys. Dave from North Providence.
Hey,
How are you?
Dave.
Hello.
Yeah, that Red Fox Motel, that's and the building behind it's probably near the Cranberry Bogs, which is near the Bass Pro Shops.
Yes.
They're all back there, so yeah, we go by there. Unfortunately had to go by there recently when we went to the vet, but yeah, it's that area there. So I got a couple of answers for you. The cartoon character that teamed up with a rock band to sell soft drink mix was the Monkees, and Bugs Bunny sold Kool-Aid.
I was going to say it was either Kool-Aid or Funny Face drinks.
Yeah, yep. And the commonality between Andy Griffith, Adam Ant, and Jughead is Howard Morris, who played Ernest T. Bass.
Huh.
He did all the voices for the other two characters.
I did not know that.
Love Howard Morris.
Yep, Howard Morris. So since Moose brought up the commercial quote, I have one for you guys. You guys may get it. Woman walks into a laundry. How do you get your clothes so clean, Mr. Lee? Ancient Chinese secret. Then Mr. Lee's wife goes, my husband, some hotshot.
I remember that commercial.
I vaguely remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about a cleaning product. I'll leave it out there till next week to see if everybody gets it.
Okay.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.
Dave.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Good morning. To who am I speaking?
Hey, guys, back at you.
Hey, Moose.
Hello.
Yeah. Listen, we got a couple correct answers. Bob chimed in first with the group getting ripped off. $180,000 that was Led Zeppelin. And Sheila exactly named the spot where it took place, the Drake Hotel in New York City. I didn't know about that other story. See how it's funny how one story leads to another.
Yeah.
One thing leads to nothing. They dated this Drake. I mean, where did that come from? That's really great. And yes, Dave is right. These cards are marked. They are mess. A chocolate mess. And when they're saying that, you can see the chocolate dripping over the cards that are being held in the hand. So they take out their pistols, their guns, and lay them on the table, ready to shoot this guy. And the two characters from the M&Ms intervene. Say, wait a minute, it's M&Ms, and that it was like a live commercial, and then a cartoon commercial with the M&M characters stepping in.
I'm going to have to go on YouTube and look that
All right,
up.
it really is funny, Steve. It's funny. Check it out.
Okay.
It's funny. It only lasts like 20 or 30 seconds.
When you said that, it was vaguely familiar, but I couldn't place it. But then when Dave said that, he goes, I remember that.
Mark, they are mess. Chocolate mess. Anyway, there's no answer to the song that tells the story of a hot rod race and a broken romance.
No.
All right, Fast Eddie, it occurred in 1955. The song went to number 5, sold 1 million copies, and earned a gold record for the artist. Song in the title, It's Getting Late. In the lyrics of the song, Cadillac is mentioned.
Oh.
But it's not the name of the song. Happens to be also the first top 40 hit of this artist.
For these guys? Oh,
Who did you just say, Fast Eddie?
I thought you were going for Chuck Berry.
That's who I'm going for.
Maybelline.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh.
Maybelline, my
Good job,
should be
Eddie.
true.
Yeah.
Cadillac, and it happened to be a million seller for Chuck, and you know the rest of the story.
Yeah.
So that's that. And with that, that's it. That's all I got, guys.
Okay.
Thanks so much. Did you have a chance to listen to New Horizons, Gary, by any chance?
You know, I meant to yesterday, and I just didn't get to it. So.
Hopefully you can get
I
to
know.
it.
I know the song. I just don't know it by its title. So.
Yeah, just if you can over the weekend, take 5 minutes and
So I
listen.
used to listen to that album repeatedly.
I hear you. All right, everyone, have a great weekend.
Thank
We'll talk
you.
to you next week.
You too, Moose.
Bye-bye.
I was going to say Chuck Berry and Maybelline, but I thought it was later.
Press the
I didn't. 55
Press the button.
sounds early.
Yeah.
Stop telling me what to do.
No, I'm going to keep doing it.
Good morning. To who am I speaking?
All from Pawtucket.
Yay!
Hey, Paul.
Got any bad jokes?
Got any good jokes?
Got a good story. No jokes. I have a good story.
Well,
Okay.
we'll be
In any
the judge
event,
of that.
I'll go along with David Bowie. I was an usher at Sullivan Stadium 1983 when he did the Spider tour.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and he came out all dressed up in a white suit. It was pretty sharp.
Did you
and
tell
what I
him
liked
any
about
bad
Bowie-
jokes?
What I liked about Bowie is that he could always reinvent himself. He wasn't always the same.
No, that's true.
And I like that song about being an astronaut, ground control.
Yeah.
The Major
A
Tom.
Space Odyssey.
Yeah,
Odyssey.
Space Odyssey.
Odyssey, you're right.
He
Yeah,
has. I
yeah,
Got
mean,
something right.
he has too many good songs.
And I like Carole King as well, and I vote for David Bowie. Carole King did a free concert in Central Park. I think I saw it on Netflix. It's worth watching. You know, the usual New York million people at Central Park. It was a free concert. That was great to see.
Mark it again.
Now I got a car story. The Henry Ford had a home in Fort Myers, Florida. And now I could have the tree wrong, and I could have the thing that he used. I think it's called Spanish moss, and I think the tree is a banyan tree. That could be wrong. But in any event, this moss hangs down. It's all over the place down south. It's kind of pretty. And when he saw that, he says, "Man, I could use that to stuff the seats in my cars." So he harvested a bunch of this stuff and started stuffing the car seats with this Spanish moss. But it turned out this stuff has a small bug chiggers in it. And the next thing you know, the people were itching. He had to recall all the cars that he, and change the stuffing.
Oh, jeez.
And that's where the term, we got to get the bugs out of it.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes. Yeah, I just heard that recently.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, got to get the bugs, and it stayed with it. But he did make good on those seats, and that was the end of stuffing the seats with Spanish moss.
So I heard a joke this morning that I think I can say on the radio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Truck driver's gone on the road for like over a month, and he drives up to a brothel, and he goes in and says, I'll pay you $500, but I want the ugliest girl that you have here in a burnt grilled cheese sandwich. And the madam says, for $500, you could get the prettiest girl we have here. He says, oh, I'm not horny. I'm just missing my home.
Oh, jeez. That's not even funny.
It's not even funny.
It's not.
Wait, he's all impressed with himself. Look at him. Look at him laughing.
I thought
Put
it was
the
funny.
camera on yourself so we can see that goofy smirk on your face.
In a burnt grilled cheese. Wow.
That's great. That's great.
That's mean.
Okay, that's all I have.
Okay. That's probably a good thing.
One other thing is, getting back to Carole King and that free concert. So, they've got all these staging in towers over the stage. And this is something that aggravates me. I think it happened at Woodstock. Somebody's got to climb the thing. And then that's not good enough. They got to keep getting closer and closer. It just seems stupid to me. When the Patriots won the Super Bowl, people were climbing the light standards. Somebody's always got to do something like that, and it could hurt other people. I don't know. It's just stupid. In any event, when Carole King was done with the concert, and I guess, boy, can she play the piano? And also, I saw there was a one-woman act based on her songbook. I saw at the Providence Performing Arts Center, and the actress, singer that did it was spot on with the piano playing, the big grand piano on the stage, and doing her songbook. It was spot on. That was excellent. Anyway, so getting back to Central Park, so as soon as the concert's over, off the stage she goes for a waiting limo, and she was out of there because she wasn't going to get stuck in traffic with a million people.
And what singer-songwriter was her former boyfriend?
One of her songs is based on their relationship, and I forget their name. But she also went to school.
Sedaka.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And didn't they go to school together with Paul Simon?
Oh, Carol, I Am But a Fool. Yeah, it was about her.
Yeah. Did they all go to high school together?
They were right.
Paul Simon.
Well, they all worked in the Brill building.
That's right. They all worked in the Brill building, and if you see the beautiful musical, it's really well worth it to see it because of the education that you get. It's like going to see Jersey Boys, and you learn about the Four Seasons.
The Four Seasons were in the Brill building too.
And
but it was all, they were all right there.
Is the Brill Building
Alan.
still around?
I don't know.
Anyway, everyone have a good weekend.
Thank you, sir.
You too, Paul.
And,
All right.
We'll be listening. Take care.
Okay.
Bye.
Good morning. To whom am I speaking?
Happy Friday, Gary. It's
Hey, Rob.
How are you?
Where have you been?
I've been here. I've been listening.
Been in Salem.
I want you to be very careful about who you vote for today. 'Cause it's really close, and you could make the difference.
Well, they probably will, because it's going to have to be Lynn.
Yeah, of course.
Actually, we were tied. You just put me over the line.
Thanks,
All right.
Rob.
Thank you, Rob.
Boo!
Wow.
There were two really good songs, and I told
They were.
Lynn that I might have voted in a different situation. I might have voted for Bowie on this one.
Yeah. No, I agree. They were two good songs.
I
but
can't fault anybody for voting either way.
That's true.
Right. That's true. They're two good songs.
Yeah.
Sorry about not being able to make the pet thing.
Oh, you're not? I didn't know you weren't. Did you send me an email?
Paula said she sent you an email.
Oh, I'll have to look.
Yeah,
Oh.
I found out I have to have surgery on the 30th.
Oh,
no. Recovering. So.
Yeah, and hopefully it's nothing serious.
No. But anyway, I'm gonna send I'll send Gary a check to make a small donation.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's very nice of you.
No, well, I'm a man of my word. You know.
You're a good guy.
What's that?
You're a good guy.
Well, we knew that.
Don't let that get out.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Well, we'll miss you.
No, thank you. Enjoy the weekend.
Thank
a long
you.
weekend.
You too.
And we got some snow coming in. So.
Yeah, we
I
could
know.
get maybe up to 5 inches. It said like
Is that what
2.
they said?
Well, it was like 3 in one day, up to 3 in one day, and up to 2 on the other day. But it could all be nothing.
I don't care. I got my plow on. I don't care anymore. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll just sit in and watch Paula go out and shovel, like I did last time.
You can actually watch her go out and shovel?
No.
Thank you.
But I
It looks good on paper.
Right. I volunteered to go out during the last snowstorm last weekend.
Oh,
and she
jeez.
goes, "No, you're going to get lost out there."
Well, he went out to shovel one time, and then his neighbor came out after he was done, of course, and said, "Thank you for shoveling my driveway."
So she actually went out twice this last storm we had,
Oh, wow.
and I get to watch. I did go out to try to help her.
Nothing sexier than a woman shoveling snow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That's what I always say. So, have a wonderful weekend.
You
Thanks,
too,
Rob.
Rob.
Yeah, guys. Bye-bye.
Time for a studio vote.
We already did it.
No, we didn't.
It's 2 and 2. We already know that.
But I wanted to do it on the air.
Okay, go
You
ahead,
did it off
Eddie.
the air.
Okay, I'm voting for Carol King.
I'm voting for Bowie.
I'm voting for Carole King.
David Bowie.
And the score is
I'm 1
8
ahead.
to 7.
7. 8 to 7.
Okay.
All right.
I love it when it's close, though. I mean,
Yeah, well, there were two really good songs.
Yeah.
Which is weird for me because I usually don't pick good songs according to Gary.
You don't.
Well,
Yeah,
you didn't pick it because you chose it for Beth, so she has the good taste.
And your own wife has not called in to vote for you.
Can you blame her?
Your own imaginary
Oh, well,
wife.
that would tie it
We
up.
have no proof that this
Yeah,
woman
if
actually
Beth called
exists.
in right now, it would tie it up.
Beth.
She's probably
Oh,
busy
Beth.
taking care of her mother.
And I'll give her 20 seconds to call.
She's not going to call.
Well, she could
She's
text.
not gonna call?
She could do a text info.
She's not going to call. She's not going to. She's probably already turned it off and gone on with her business because she's got.
When you
stuff.
said good morning, she turned it off.
Well, she messaged me and said she was listening, so I was pretty happy that she at least would listen, and she really, like I said, she loves that album. So I don't
All
think
right.
she's calling.
All right, well, then we're done for the day.
We're done for the day.
We're off to George's for chicken soup.
Yep.
Have a great weekend,
All right,
everyone.
very good.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
WOON Woonsocket.